YouTube and Facebook. My name is Jeff. I'm the first counselor of the Setting Order Ministries. And today we're going to talk about Celestial Plural Marriage. Right here I have the Celestial Plural Marriage reference book. It's pretty old. In here it's got all kinds of quotes about polygamy and the celestial law of marriage. The first quote we're going to read is from Joseph F. Smith. This is from the Journal of Discourses, volume 21, page 10, which reads, "And as he, William Clayton, as here stated in a document read by Joseph F. Smith at the funeral of William Clayton, as having come forth, or has come from the mouth of the prophet, this doctrine of eternal union, of husband and wife, and of plural marriage, is one of the most important doctrines ever revealed to man in any age of the world. Without it, man would come to a full stop. Without it, we never could be existed, to associate with and become gods. Neither could we attain to the power of eternal increase or the blessings pronounced upon Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the father of the faithful. There are, however, enough witnesses to this practice, to this principle, to establish them upon the earth in such a manner that they never can be forgotten or stamped out. For they will live, they are destined to live, and also to grow and spread abroad upon the face of the earth, to be received and accepted and adopted by all the virtues, by all the pure in heart, by all who love the truth and seek to serve him and keep his commandments. They are bound to prevail because they are true principles." So it's talking in there that that celestial plural marriage is a true principle, and it's the most important thing in the church is polygamy and a united order. Okay, the next quote is going to be from Joseph F. Smith again. "But he did not falter, although it was not until the angel of God with a drawn sword stood before him and commanded that he should enter into the practice of that principle, or he should be utterly destroyed or rejected, that he moved forward to reveal and establish that doctrine. Patriarchal marriage involves conditions, responsibilities, and obligations which do not exist in monogamy. And there are blessings attached to the faithful observance of that law, if viewed only upon natural principles, which must so far exceed those of monogamy as the conditions, responsibilities, and power of increase are greater. This is my view and testimony in relation to this matter. I believe it is a doctrine that should be taught and understood." So Joseph F. Smith said right here, that if you don't enter into or practice the principle in the law of celestial plural marriage, you'll be utterly destroyed or rejected, that he moved forward to reveal and establish that doctrine. Patriarchal marriage involves conditions, responsibilities, and obligations which do not exist in monogamy. So you'll get more in celestial marriage, you'll have more blessings that will come of it than monogamy. That's what he's saying here. Okay, this is Joseph Smith again. Oh, that last quote was in Journals of Discourses, volume 20, page 29. This next quote is Joseph Smith. This is Millennial Star, volume 65, page 627. "All men who become heirs of God and joint heirs of Jesus Christ will have to receive the fullness of the ordinances of his kingdom, And those who will not receive all the ordinances will come short of the fullness of that glory if they do not lose that whole. So if you don't live the celestial law of marriage, you'll come short of the fullness of that glory, so you won't make it to the celestial kingdom. You'll have to enter into the other degrees. Okay, now we're going to move on to another quote by Heber C. Kimball. This is Millennial Star, volume 28, page 190. Plurality is a law which God established for His elect before the world was formed, for a continuation of seed forever. When you live the law of celestial plural marriage, you'll, when you die, you'll have your family with you up in heaven, and you'll always be having kids. Like, you'll be continually having kids, like Abraham did. Okay, now we're going to read another quote by Brigham Young. This is Journal of Discourses, volume 9, page 322. Why do we believe in and practice polygamy? Because the Lord introduced it to His servants in a revelation given to Joseph Smith, and the Lord's servants have always practiced it, and it is that religion popular in heaven. It is the only popular religion there, for this is the religion of Abraham, and unless we do the works of Abraham, we are not Abraham's seed and heirs according to promise. So what he's saying is that the Godhead up in heaven, they all live polygamy and they all practice it, and it's the popular way. Monogamy is not allowed in the celestial kingdom, so polygamy is only allowed. So that being the case, polygamy is the popular religion, the popular law, because everybody lives it up in heaven. If we don't live this law, it says, Abraham, we are not Abraham's seed and heirs according to promise. We've denied Abraham and the promises of God, so we won't get the blessings if we don't live the law. Here's another quote by Wilford Woodruff. This is Life of Wilford Woodruff, page 546. The law of patriarchal order of marriage belongs to this dispensation, and after it was revealed to the prophet Joseph, he was commanded to receive it. If he and the people had rejected it, the church and kingdom of God would have advanced no further, and God would have taken it from them and given it to another people. So right here, Wilford Woodruff saying that if the people of the church reject this law, he says God would have advanced no further, and God would have taken it from them and given it to another people. So when the signing of the manifesto, Wilford Woodruff signed the manifesto, and the keys turned and went into the family line of Joseph Smith, the authority was taken from that people and given to another people. That's why the setting the order had to take place, because the church became the church of Satan. They denied celestial plural marriage, so God had to take the keys and the authority out of that church and protect it and restore it back to its original form. And that's what happened in 2012. Okay, this is Joseph Smith. This is the Contribune, volume 5, page 259. The same God that has thus far dictated me and directed me and strengthened me in this work gave me this revelation and commandment: no celestial and plural marriage, and the same God commanded me to obey it. He said to me that unless I accept it and introduce it,